morning and thank you for joining us on the Golden FM Sunrise National and World News. In the headlines, ICPC probes disbursement of student loan, says 71 billion naira unaccounted for. President Tinubu begins two-day official visit to Katsina today. President Tinubu reaffirms commitments to workers' welfare. Organized labor asks President Tinubu to immediately reverse Sir Fubara's suspension. Governor Diri celebrates Bayelsa workers, announces key development projects on Labor Day. And on the foreign scene, President Trump confirms Mike Waltz will be replaced as National Security Advisor. Details coming up shortly.
Feel the gold. 97.5 Golden FM by Yelsa's music powerhouse. Best believe every tune strikes gold. Here on 97.5 Golden FM.
Many thanks once again for joining us on the Sunrise National and World News. I am Moye Stephen. Now the details. President Bola Tinubu will today depart Abuja, the nation's capital, for Katsina State on a two-day official visit. Mr. Bayo Ononuga, Presidential Advisor on Information and Strategy, in a statement said during the visit, the president will meet with key stakeholders to assess the security situation in the state. According to the statement, he is billed to inaugurate the Katsina Agricultural Mechanized Center and a 24-kilometer dual carriageway completed by Governor Diko Reda. President Tinubu will also honor an invitation to attend the wedding of the governor's daughter before returning to Abuja. In another development, President Bola Tinubu has reassured Nigerians that his administration would continue to prioritize workers' welfare. In a brief message on his official X handle to mark May Day, the president described the country's labor force as the engine of economy and the secret to the nation's growth. Extending his goodwill to all Nigerian workers across sectors and age groups, President Tinubu recognized the diverse contributions of individuals in both the public and private sectors. He added that together, Nigeria will be great again. Meanwhile, the organized labor in Nigeria has asked President Bola Tinubu to immediately reverse what it describes as the unconstitutional suspension of the elected government of Rivers State via a state of emergency. This is part of the demands put forward by Comrades Joe Ajaero, the president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and Comrade Festus Osifa, the Trade Union Congress, DUC, during the Workers' Day celebration held at Eagle Square, Abuja. Labour urged the federal government to raise the retirement age for all civil servants to 65 years or 40 years of service and called for an end to the killings in the country, saying the number one duty of the government is ensuring the safety of lives and property of the citizens. It further demanded democratic accountability, built on transparent governance, electoral reforms, and an end to the suppression of dissent. Still on labor-related matters, the Nigeria Labour Congress in Rivers State on Thursday complied with the directive of the national body to hold their event at the Secretariat without fanfare. Workers of different affiliates only gathered at the Secretariat to observe the Workers' Day celebration. Recall that the NLC in a letter directed that, given the peculiar circumstance of the subversion of democratic governance in Rivers State, the celebration in the state should not involve fanfare, but rather a sober reflection, stating that the event should be used to advocate for the restoration of democratic governance in the state. Meanwhile, Governor Monday Okpebholo of the Edo State has raised the minimum wage for workers in Edo State from 70,000 naira to 75,000 naira in a bid to improve their living standard. The governor announced this on Thursday at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City during the celebration of this year's Workers' Day. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) has revealed that only 28.8 billion naira was disbursed to students in various tertiary institutions instead of 100 billion naira released to the schools. Mr. Ademola Bakare, the spokesman of the commission, told journalists in Abuja that key stakeholders, including the Director General of the Budget Office and the Accountant General of the Federation, have been invited. The anti-graft agency said its preliminary investigations have uncovered that no less than 71.2 billion naira have been diverted by the management of different universities that had taken custody of funds. However, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund says it is alarmed by what it calls inaccurate and dangerously speculative reports circulating in the public space regarding the administration of the student loan scheme. The fund, in a statement by Mr. Oseyemi Oluwatuyi, its Director of Strategic Communications, said the reports, which suggested misappropriation and mismanagement of funds, are entirely false and deeply damaging to the integrity of an institution established to deliver financial hope to millions of Nigerians. Mr. Oluwatuyi said that while no funds have been mismanaged, institutional fees are paid directly to verified institutions, while upkeep allowances are disbursed to verified bank accounts of eligible students. You are listening to the Sunrise National and World News on 97.5 Golden FM Yenagoa. Now, still to come, more news. Please stay tuned.
This is your golden moment. 97.5 Golden FM, the gold standard of radio.
Get ready to spell your way to greatness on the airwaves.
Oh no.
It's the Golden FM Spelling Bee Show, where letters mean prizes and only the sharpest minds survive.
All right, then we'll have our first winner.
Every week at 6:35 a.m., we put children to the test with words that twist tongues and tease brains. Can you spell your way to the top? Listen and call in every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:35 a.m. and be part of the show, where winners of each week would slug it out for the ultimate prize on the last Saturday of every month. Golden FM Spelling Bee Show, where every letter counts.
You won't grow your business fast? Golden FM 97.5 get the perfect solution for you. Make you locate us for our radio house for Mike Street, Basharina Bayelsa State. Whether na your business, music, program or special promo, Golden FM there for you. So hurry now and put your brand for the spotlight.
Welcome back. You are still listening to the Sunrise National and World News on 97.5 Golden FM. Now for the rest of the bulletin. Governor Doyediri has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to the welfare and empowerment of workers across all sectors in the state. He made this declaration during the 2025 Labor Day celebrations held at Peace Park, Yenagoa. Speaking to a large crowd of civil servants, labor union leaders, and informal sector workers, Governor Diri paid glowing tribute to the dedication, resilience, and sacrifices of the Bayelsa workforce. Governor Diri announced several key initiatives, including recruitment of 1,000 new workers into the state civil service, engagement of additional teachers for secondary and technical schools, ongoing construction of a 9-story state secretariat complex, completion of a state-of-the-art sports stadium, strategic investment in uninterrupted power supply projected to be realized by year-end. And the Governor Doyediri noted that these projects are not just physical structures, but platforms for opportunity, employment, and growth.
I feel that profound personal solidarity with every worker in Bayelsa State. I understand firsthand the sacrifices that you make, the diligence that you show, and the hope you carry for a better tomorrow, not only for yourselves, but for Bayelsa State at large. We will continue to prioritize your efficiency, welfare, and interests. Your sweat sustains our progress, and I'd like to assure you that our administration deeply values your steadfast cooperation, contributions, and we do not and will never take them for granted.
He also urged workers to take advantage of the expanded Bayelsa Health Insurance Scheme and to adopt healthy lifestyles through the weekly Prosperity Workout initiative. The governor also acknowledged and appreciated the unity and cooperation of the organized labor unions and pledged to carefully consider the requests presented by labor leaders during the celebrations. Governor Diri promised that vehicles will be provided for permanent secretaries and more shuttle buses for the workforce. On relocation of the Bayelsa Polytechnic to Alabiri in a Kerema local government area, the governor directed the immediate release of funds for takeoff of the institution at Alabiri and also for securing accreditation of its programs.
Before you hear opposite me are two new buses procured by your government for NLC and TUC. We listened very carefully, and that was one recurring demand that we have solved today. Our commitment to improved working conditions for civil servants is further validated by the ongoing construction of the 9-story State Secretariat complex. This iconic structure that will soon offer a world-class working environment, fostering collaboration, efficiency, and pride among our civil servants, visitors, and Bayelsans alike will be proud working in Bayelsa State.
Reading out the demands of workers in the state, Comrade Barnabas Simon, chairman of the Bayelsa NLC, who was flanked by Comrade Laye Julius, his TUC counterpart, expressed appreciation to the government for its commitment to their welfare and the overall well-being of workers. Some of their other demands include implementation and payment of the 2024-2025 promotion arrears, implementation of promotion arrears for workers of the Hospital Management Board, saying that they were omitted in 2015 and 2016. The unions all sought the implementation of the 2025 staff promotion for judiciary staff, commended the government for constructing new legislators and commissioners' quarters in the new Yenagua City, and appealed for the construction of a new civil servants' quarters and low-cost houses in the state.
Your Excellency, there is no gainsaying the fact that a lot has been achieved in the last 1 year. However, there are still many more challenges needing your kind attention in line with the assured prosperity agenda towards a more productive civil service and the overall development of the state. Thank you, workers-friendly governor, for always identifying with us on this day and for listening to our plethora of requests. We are confident that in your response, our demands will be met and we shall live joyfully. We assure you of our unwavering support as you drive the assured agenda of the prosperity government.
Correspondent Isaac Ayodode reports that two major highlights of the event was the presentation of 2 buses to leaders of the NLC and TUC in the state, as well as the announcement of the completion of the new Labour House by Governor Doye Diri, who described the gesture as a fitting symbol of partnership and progress between government and Labour. Senator Lawrence Arujakpo, the Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, has called on religious leaders in the state to educate their members on the health imperative of allowing their children or wards to receive immunization, saying it was safe and beneficial to their health. He made the call at a meeting of the state's task force on immunization in Government House, Yenagoa, on Wednesday, ahead of this weekend's flag-off of another round of the malaria and HPV immunization program in the state. Senator Arujakpo noted that many parents and guardians erroneously prevent their children or wards from taking immunization on the basis of their religious beliefs. According to the Deputy Governor, church beliefs among some segments of the populace have become a stumbling block, preventing some of their adherents from going for regular medical checkups and health care. While lamenting the slide in the state's latest ranking on immunization among its peers, he stressed the need for the Bayelsa State Task Force on Immunization to meet more frequently to get reports and feedbacks from the field. Senator Rojakbo, who highlighted the importance of traditional birth attendants, TBAs, disclosed that efforts were underway to train them in their various local government areas to make them more useful to the healthcare delivery system of the state. In his contributions, Professor Seifa Brisibe, the Commissioner for Health, emphasized the need for functional local government immunization task force and the implementation of the state policy on compulsory immunization of pupils in both private and public schools across the state. Presenting an updated slide-backed report on the indices of immunization in the state, Dr. Gbanebulo Orukari, the Director of Disease Control, Primary Healthcare Board, underscored the need for political, religious, and community leaders to join in sensitizing the public to embrace immunization. Representatives of the World Health Organization, WHO, UNICEF, and other organizations also made valuable contributions at the meeting, which had in attendance King Bubaraye Dakolo, the chairman, Bayelsa State Traditional Rulers Council, Dr. William Appa, the Executive Secretary, State Primary Healthcare Board, among others. Now to business. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has warned Nigerians against investing in Tofro.com, an alleged illegal investment platform posing as a cryptocurrency trading website. In a notice on Thursday, the Commission said its investigations show that Tofro's operations exhibit indicators of a Ponzi scheme. The Commission advised Nigerians to be wary about investing with Tofro, noting that any person who invests with an entity does so at their own risk. Now to the foreign scene, where President Donald Trump of the United States has said Mr. Mike Waltz will leave his post as U.S. National Security Advisor and be nominated to serve as ambassador to the United Nations. Mr. Waltz created a singular group chat to which a journalist was inadvertently added, where high-ranking officials planned military strikes in Yemen. President Trump's team previously downplayed the security risks and said no classified material was shared in the chat. According to reports, the White House appears to have waited for the Signalgate dust to settle before taking action. The move comes in the same week President Trump has celebrated his first 100 days in office. That's the Sunrise National and World News from 97.5 Golden FM Yenagoa. But before we go, here's a recap of our major stories. ICPC has proved the disbursement of student loans, saying 71 billion naira was unaccounted for. President Bola Tinubu has begun a 2-day official visit to Katsina today. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his commitment to workers' welfare. Organized labor has asked President Bola Tinubu to immediately reverse Sir Siminalayi Fubara's suspension. And Governor Doidiri has celebrated Bayelsa workers, presents vehicles to labor unions, announces key development projects on Labor Day. On the foreign scene, we told you that President Trump confirms Mike Waltz will be replaced as National Security Advisor. That's the news. For news stories, comments, and observations, please send us an email at goldingfmyenagua@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok on 97.5 Golding FM Yenagoa. The news was edited by Isaac Eyedode, and I am Moye Stephen. Good morning.
Stay locked on your golden station 97.5 Golden FM.